Yes, that's true.
Do you hope to be a director when you hang up your actor's hat, or even while you're doing it?
Oh, no. I don't want really to get too pigeonholed at all. Actually, I've directed an hour of television in 10 days in Scotland this year on labour management injustice in Scotland on Red Clydeside. A thing called Bowler and The Bunnet, which I don't think would be of any real interest in America. But
Fleetwood Mac credits all of their musical inspiration to the Sean Connery film from 1967, The Bowler and The Bunnet. True facts, fam, no caption, SH.
Hey, what up,
Hi.
Connery Curious. Zardoz. Last Crusade. You'll live twice. And the Anderson tapes. Murder on the Orient Express. You never know what the wheel's gonna spin next. Marty and a woman of straw. I know a good man in Africa. We are curious of the filmography of Sir Sean Connery.
Dylan Titus.
Mario Lima.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Connery Curious, where
We
each
discuss
week,
Stanley Cups.
Stanley Cups, all the latest fads the kids are talking about, we talk about on this podcast.
Indeed. Tick-tocking and dib-dabbing.
Tick-tocking, dip-dabbing,
and, you know.
duck, dip, duck, dive, and dodge from that movie.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Dodge. I like that, like the pause. He's like, dodge. Couldn't think of another D word. Anyways, yeah,
Rip Torn. Rest in peace, Torn.
Oh, rest in peace. Well, no, that one was from the flashback. Was the dude who played Moe on The Simpsons?
Oh, Hank Azaria?
Yeah, he plays the young version of him. Yeah, he does the first video. It's like dive, dip, dive, and dodge. He kind of stops.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Patches, one of my favorite characters. Well, we don't talk about Patches O'Houlihan here, man. We talk about Connery.
Sean Connery.
I was trying to do like the encyclopedia. Connery, Sean.
Oh, yeah. Hold that up.
Yeah, I was reading this today while we were setting up the...
My mother got this
James
for
Bond
me as a
movie.
gift.
But when they put
Christmas.
names in it, it's always the last name first. So it's like, Solo Mister, Robinson Joe, Roach Pat, O'Toole Plenty. Hilarious. We talk about Connery Sean here. Sean Connery. Every week. And this week we're covering another documentary, which I think we kind of enjoyed. I think it's a documentary we liked.
Yeah. This documentary is from 1967. It's called The Bowler and The Bunnet.
And the Bunnet.
Or Bunnet.
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 He said
Bowler
Bunnet.
and The Bunnet. And when we sent this list out of films that we were going to be reviewing to potential guests, we had a gentleman say, I want to do this one because it says bowler and I like bowling. And that gentleman was Mr. Erik Gharaee.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't remember that.
I gotta know.
That
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
That was your response, and then I said, I don't
that's
think it
my
has
number
anything
one
to do with
question. I'm like,
bowling.
Perfect.
why did you pick this of all things?
That must have been it.
Because it had the word bowler in it?
Yeah.
I remember you saying that.
It said documentary, and it was called Bowler.
I just thought maybe Eric really likes this fucking documentary.
I know he really likes bowling.
When you
He thought we were going bowling
when you
today.
texted me to say that film came up, and that you wanted me on the show, I could not remember why. I had no idea it was
Is
my
there a
idea.
text exchange that you could revert back
There
to?
must be. Hold on.
That's cool.
Hold on. I'll try. I can try and find it.
We'll find it later and put it in post or
Yeah,
something.
I'll put it in post.
The mind works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, we love having you here. It's this is our second or third technically
Our
college
third old
reunion.
college friend, yeah.
Yeah.
We all went to New England Tech
We had
together.
Sean Murphy, Andrew Lima, and now we got Edibles here.
And Andrew Lima was but 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we're going. Who's next? We need Mish.
We need Mish. We
Oh,
need.
man.
That'd be fun.
Who else do we get from college?
I just talked to Kelly Dwyer.
How's she doing?
Because when I went down to Florida, I was in. I always forget the name of the town I was in. But she was in the town over because I posted that I was at this restaurant down there, and you're like, you're in my neck of the woods. I'm like, dude, everyone moved down here. And it's crazy. Well, it's kind of cool to see an old.
You saw her?
I didn't see her, but just chatted on Facebook. Next time I'm in Florida, I gotta see what's up with
Definitely
Kelly.
catch up with her.
But yeah, this is cool. So yeah, we gotta get them.
Heck, reach out to her, see if she wants to be on an episode.
Yeah, let's see
We
if
got-
they like Connery movies.
48. We've got 20-ish left. 25-ish left.
Which, super side note, if we ever like branch out of Bond actors, I was thinking I Want Candy. I want a John Candy podcast because I started getting into John Candy.
All right, well, we need to
movies.
start it now because that's too good of a title.
I Want Candy.
Let's just do it now. What are we starting with? Are we doing the same format where we throw them all on a wheel?
Probably there's a lot of good ones.
Okay, and there's a
I
lot of
was
bad
like-
ones too.
I was going through, because like I
Like
don't know why.
Canadian bacon.
I just watched. I watched Uncle Buck recently because my uncle passed away, and he was literally Uncle Buck.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
if you have me on one, I call Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck's a good one.
Okay.
But I started with that, then I watched Spaceballs,
Oh yeah.
and I got to move on
Shit.
to Planes, Trains, on like right there. Those three are already great movies, and then like the fun ones like Blues Brothers. He's a little bit in Blues Brothers, but that's still a fun movie to watch.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is one of my all-time favorites.
That's a great movie. And then what's the one with Dan Aykroyd? He does. It's another one that's kind of.
Is it like Strangers in Paradise or something like that?
Come on, John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, The Great Outdoors.
There we go.
I knew it was like a camping thing almost or something.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, I Want Candy. Maybe we should trademark that and do a John Candy podcast.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Calling it now, folks.
I'll be in the backlog. It'll come out like next year or something. Anyways.
Or next week.
Or next week. Who knows?
He's in Home Alone too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's playing the clarinet in the truck.
Yep, he's the.
There's like a theory out there that he's like he's supposed to be the devil in that movie.
That's a weird theory.
It's like because he like it's something about like he sold like the mom sold her soul to like
To
go
John
back.
Candy.
Something like that.
To
Like
this adorable man with a.
the clarinet.
What is it? No, he plays a
He's got like a
accordion. I thought.
No, he's
like a
play-
polka
he-
band.
Yeah, he's
Like
got
a
the
polka
polka band,
band,
but
yeah.
he like mock plays the clarinet.
Yeah,
I
I was
just
like-
saw it recently.
Yeah.
on
I saw it I thought it was during
it was
Christmas.
on at my gym.
Really?
Yeah.
Watching Candy jamming. Jam with candy.
Candy jam.
Candy jam.
And, okay, so for a split second when you said we should do I Want Candy, I said, oh, a Michael Caine podcast. And then I remember, John Candy.
Or
Anyway.
Candy Cane would be a good one for him. Candy Cane.
Oh my God, we throw Michael Caine and John Candy's filmographies on a wheel together because they're both retired.
Hey, that's not nice.
And her,
Okay, I'm sorry. John Candy has passed away,
Yeah.
but Michael Caine has retired.
he was forced retired. Yeah, he just retired. But anyways, yeah, we'll talk about that eventually. But yeah, we're going with the Bowler and the Bunnet from 1960.
Bunnet.
Bunnet.
Bunnet, yeah, because I was
Bowler
saying
and the Bunnet.
Bunnet as well.
I was saying bonnet, but we find out in the title sequence.
It's Bunnet.
It's but yeah, I didn't know what a bunnet was. Then I'm like, oh, they showed us the hat.
It's the
Flappy
kind of hat
hat,
that he's wearing the whole
Yeah.
time.
I always
I looked
called
it up
that
this morning.
I always called that a newsboy hat, but it's a literal term is a bunnet.
Bunnet, yeah.
So I have a bunnet. I should have worn my bunnet today. Shit.
We should have had Jim Daly on for this one.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
Well, I think anyone that likes Sean Connery should watch this. Like, I think it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I love like nonfiction television special shit like that. Like the other day I was watching one about the Cannibal Island in Russia, and then I was watching another one about gangs in Guatemala. Like, I'm just fascinated by like what's happening in weird parts of the television. I don't watch like everyday stuff, but this is like everyday television of 1967, and
I think
he
you'd
directs
enjoy
it. It's kind of fun.
Edinburgh too. Edinburgh was what year did that come out? I feel like around this time.
83.
83?
Yeah.
That one's also really fun. It's
Yeah.
kind of like this, where
I-
it's just Connery walking around and talking
Showing
about.
his hometown.
It's where he grew up in Edinburgh.
But that's like 15 years later or something.
Yeah,
at
and he
least,
looks
right?
kind of the same, a little
Yeah,
different.
he's wearing a bunnet.
He looks the same outfit.
Gonna keep doing it.
But he's probably like 50
Kafia.
by then, but in this he's like 37, 38. It's pretty, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by this.
So he was born
It's the only one he directed.
in
Come on.
29. So yeah, he
Can't
would have
beat
been about 37, 38. Yeah, so this is, for context, this is the only film Sean Connery ever directed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for like a cool piece of television, cinema, or media, whatever, it's kind of wacky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like hijinks and silliness, and
Okay, we're still going.
Yeah,
Cool.
some of the shots in this documentary are crazy. The one that like made me laugh out loud was, do you remember when like it was the one we were kind of talking about before when he was like on like the sort of
The Valiant.
some sort of when he was on the like rafters or whatever.
Oh yes, and then it zooms out to
Yeah.
show the new construction of the rafters
and the
versus
construction
the old.
worker like goes in frame where you can't see Connery anymore. And when he moved away, I wanted him to like vanish. Like Batman, like the new Suicide Squad game that came out, right? My friend
it
of
came
mine-
out already?
Yeah, a friend of mine got early access, so he was streaming it, so I was watching it. And there's a little Easter egg in it. So the whole thing, concept of the game, is you're trying to go after the Justice League, like they're still around. And Batman, during the gameplay, you're kind of free roaming around the city a lot, and you can see Batman on rooftops watching you. And if you try to get close to him, he drops a smoke grenade and bats fly away, and he does that.
Really?
I wanted Connery to do that. I drop like a smoke pellet, and like bats are everywhere, and he vanishes.
Oh, I was imagining as it zooms out, you see him awkwardly like sneak away in the background.
You see him running. He's like on all fours, and he's crawling.
Yes. Trying to shimmy on his belly.
But yeah, it's him. Like, yeah, it's a lot of him. Like, you know, he's riding a bicycle again in this. He's
Yes,
kinda like
is this our second Connery bicycle?
second or third. I feel like third time.
Oh, those shots are great too.
Yes, where he's
Him in
riding through the
and
warehouse.
shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Makes me want to ride a bike through a warehouse.
Yeah, right. You could do that like next door.
I've got that warehouse, that warehouse.
Yeah, like, hey, can I come in and ride my bike?
Yeah, he's all over the place, and they deliberately like blur the line between found footage, like you're saying, like public access, whatever kind of shots, pre-recorded stuff, and stuff that they were shooting with him in the shots. They were like blending them really well, and it was confusing. I liked it.
Yeah, some very fascinating things. But going back to like that warehouse scene, like that of like him going up the stairs and looking through the window and seeing the ghost football players, like and a long shot of him. Like they did like skits.
Yeah, like that was someone's idea, and they staged that. Because I was like, how would they get that shot without being like, okay, go play football now, and we'll take the same shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It's just well done. It makes you wonder.
Yes, it fucking does make me wonder.
So this is our third documentary, you said?
Yeah, we did Goal, which is a soccer
Goal,
documentary.
yes, that was the one I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Goal, and then Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, yeah. So this is a second documentary that had football in it.
Is it? Wait, was there football in Edinburgh?
No, we had golf, where we golfed and
There's golf in this one too.
Yeah, oh, true, yeah. But it's not Connery golfing. I was hoping it'd be him. Like, I want him on the ship golfing.
Though when you see the legs, I thought it was going to be Erik Goldfinger.
I read that this film. Let me read it.
You got your facts pulled up.
I got my facts, man.
I dig it. I'm going to pull up some web pages while you read. Read your facts.
Oh, where'd it go? Something about it was a golf thing. Connery said at the time, I'd never considered myself a particularly political animal, but he went to Scotland to look at the Fairfield experiment as encouraged by his golf partner, the industrialist Ian Stewart. So I was wondering if that was the guy in the golf shot in this film.
Ian Stewart, occupation boss, hobby work.
Maybe they were homies.
Oh, maybe, right?
And Sean Connery was like, I'm going to make a film about you. Because you're doing some epic shit. Because Sean Connery was like really famous at this time too, I believe.
If you go to IMDb, is there any trivia
This
on
was
this?
peak James Bond period.
Yeah, he had just. I'm looking at his film chronology as well, and he had just done Thunderball, and You Only Live Twice came out the same year. It's this.
Oh, so might be his first thing after Bond, because after You Only Live Twice, that's when he was like done with James Bond. But they
so
pulled
this
him
was
back
his
in.
first thing then, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is badass.
So, looking at the just the Wikipedia page, the documentary, filmed in black and white, was a critical examination of the Fairfield experiment, whereby the industrialist Sir Ian Maxwell Stewart and the trades union introduced new working practices at the shipyard of Fairfield Shipbuilding and Engineering Company in Glasgow. The title comes from the tradition where bowler hats were worn by managers within the shipyards, while bunnets were worn by the workers.
So, screenonline.org says that Sean Connery and Mr. Ian were homies. So call TMZ up. Let's get this. This is a scandal. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that dude. Okay.
So it seems like he has a strong interest in modernizing industrial relations. So maybe his ideas were very good. Because that's what I was taking away from it, was that the practices that were being applied were good because it showed how everyone was getting a thorough education about the work that they were doing and getting exercise classes. This was not like when I was learning a trade.
That was a great part.
Yeah.
He did like 3 reps. Like, whew.
Well, we never had this much fun when I was learning a trade.
I am out of shape. Did you see me and you only live twice? I'm out of shape. But yeah, it was... I've got a note. This is very accurate to a lot of today's labor issues, I think, and a lot of today's workplace issues. You know, you've got a lot of workplaces that don't prioritize the health of their workers, and I feel like that's what a lot of this film was about. How a lot of the old guard really wasn't prioritizing the healthy workplace, and now they're introducing those practices. So. Did you want to see what IMDb said?
I was just curious about like any kind of trivia that this movie had, because like I want to know why they went with black and white, if that was like an artistic choice or like budget.
Oh, I didn't even consider whether it was necessary or not.
I thought it looked cool, but like I don't know. Let's see, for the first time outside Scotland, the black and white documentary directed by Sean Connery on decline of shipbuilding industry along the River Clyde was screened during the first edition of the Rome Film Festival on 13th of October in 2006.
I'd be interested to see this on a big screen.
Same. And it's the only film directed by Sean Connery. It's the only trivia we got.
Yeah, really not a lot of information. Some other reference clips of like where else it's been featured. Not much information on there. All cast and crew.
It was
all the same people that we get. Brian Izzard. That's the only name we didn't get in the credits.
Yeah, which we were like talking about like before we started. Like this was like a class film almost that we would have did in college. You know, it's like 5
so
people.
we have access to it now because of the internet. But I wonder when it came out, who really got to see it? Was it just on TV in the UK?
Program on STV,
yeah,
which was a free-to-air public broadcast television channel.
That makes sense.
Made up
so it might have aired
Central Scotland and Northern Scotland.
Probably aired in other parts of Europe a little bit, like places where Sean Connery was important.
Broadcast Central and Northern Scotland, broadcast area. So probably not. Looks like it was just a small thing. And given what we've seen in Edinburgh, he did a lot. So Edinburgh was a documentary made literally as a video that you would see on the plane as you were flying into Scotland.
So that's like a what do you call it?
All right, all his poetic references to Scotland at the beginning of the film are amazing. Like the whole monologue at the beginning kind of like blew my mind. And now it's kind of even more cool to me that his audience was pretty narrow. Like he kind of knew who he was talking to. And I don't know, it was fun. What do you say? The football line where he's like, if you put this much space, people are going to grab a ball and knock it stupid.
I liked that scene where they're all out there playing football. It did go on for a little bit too long.
He was the goalie.
I was waiting for him to freaking slide tackle one of the kids, you know, just start roughhousing.
I kind of like the shot of how long it went because everybody runs off and he's still there. He kicks in, does more. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's just standing there alone.
Kind of like,
I
want to play, man. Where's everybody going, man?
Oh, I'm back to work. Oh, yes, I'm Sean Connery. I forgot. I don't have to work. I don't have to do your peasant labor.
At the beginning, the fish and chips line, like they eat fish and chips and make love and make ships. It's like
that's like on there.
He was rapping, chips. He was rapping.
Yes, he was rapping Sean Connery. Have we gotten any other rapping Sean Connery?
rapping,
or at least like spitting poetry.
I'm sure there's lots of monologues. People like his voice.
Oh yeah, didn't he?
A little bit in.
What did he do poetry? And then he do poetry and something.
Was it Darby O'Gill or Finding Forrester?
I was like Finding Forrester had that really great speech at the end.
Fun fact: I played Sean Connery in like something of a talent show in high school.
What?
My part was actually no. I played the comedian that played Sean Connery on SNL.
Oh, Daryl Hammond.
Yeah.
Oh, that would do like the Celebrity Jeopardy.
And I had never even seen it, but someone was like, "You sound like him. You should do it."
Really?
And so everybody was laughing, and I had no idea why. It was fun. It's nothing new. Nothing new.
Should we do an episode where we just watch all of the Celebrity Jeopardy
A side episode?
SNL?
Yeah.
And just review Daryl Hammond as Sean Connery.
I do want to cover some of his like talk show shit too.
Yeah.
Like he had some fun like talk show, like the David Letterman one's iconic because he came in on the jetpack from Thunderball, but they had to hang him up in the rafters for like 5 minutes before they did it, and then he comes out in like strings, and he was like reportedly really pissed off about that.
And there's another one where he's like, it's during the promotion for The Rock. It's like, can you break into NBC studios or something? It's like, ABC, NBC, CBS, I can break into the mall.
Yeah, maybe that'll be like a bonus episode.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Maybe a Patreon episode.
And ooh.
Oh, yes. But anyways.
So our first line is Scotland.
Yeah. We get Connery first second of the documentary.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't get a time for his first visual appearance. Did you?
Either.
I'll punch it in.
32 seconds.
It's probably pretty early. He featured himself quite often.
Oh yeah.
At some very humorous and unnecessary moments, he was just making faces at the camera.
Seeing his big nostrils.
He looked like a little something. He looked a little annoyed sometimes.
So I have a note here. When he goes up the stairs in the warehouse, and you see that like the fading in and out of soccer players in that warehouse, football players, excuse me, and all those different voices. That's Connery doing all those different voices, right?
I thought so, but I listened back. We watched it a second time for those listening, and it sounds like different people.
I don't apologize for calling the employers a bunch of hard-faced rascals.
There's no discipline in these men. The shipowner's patience is almost exhausted.
The bosses have asked for this.
Trade union action is ruining the industry.
We'll fight the bosses to the last ditch.
There are a lot of other voices besides his throughout the film, and some of them are like pre-recorded stuff, and some of them's like voiceover stuff. It seems like some pretty diverse. That's why it confuses me.
Well, only that scene. That's the only one in particular where everyone, it sounds like he's doing a different voice.
I thought that the first time, but listening to it again, I don't think
it's more reason to go watch it.
We'll punch it in.
Punch it in here, and we'll and you guys at home, let us know. Do you guys think that it's him or not? I think it's just maybe one of them is, but there's one that definitely doesn't sound like him because we know on this show we talk about it a bunch. He's played a Middle Eastern person. He's played an Irish person, and he never attempts a different accent.
No.
So I don't think he would.
We're going to see him as a Russian.
I don't think he's making effort for his documentary to do an accent. He wouldn't do it for half these movies, and he's going to do it for that. Like no. The only time we've ever seen him do a voice was Diamonds Are Forever.
Excuse me.
Who is your Flo?
Yeah, that's it. That's the only Sean Connery accent.
I know what you say. Guten Tagen. I love that shit.
Then we got the golfer who I thought was Goldfinger.
Do you think that they did that as like a little nod
to
for fun? Like put him in that outfit?
That man, yes.
Yeah.
With the shorts, yes.
Yeah, that's a little nod to.
Well, that was pretty much who the film was actually about.
Yes, Ian.
And you don't realize it until like after that moment, but that freeze frame of him. I think
Ian Maxwell Stewart.
And it's just funny reading that like him and Sean Connery were actually golf buddies. So that shot was probably just like on a random day.
I also like how that line was his hobby, work, even though it clearly shows him engaging in golf, which is a hobby.
That monologue's cool too.
Yeah.
It was like kind of.
He's
It
got
was
some
punchy.
He's got some nice monologues in there. Same with Edinburgh. Like the same kind of like what is it like? They spend as much time in here as they do in the pub or whatever. Like he would throw in little witticisms like that. If there were witticisms in Goal, like I didn't catch them because I was falling asleep in that movie.
Yeah, I don't think as much. I think that was he's just reading from a straight up script. You know, Edinburgh and this especially are like passion projects.
Yeah,
because he loves to showcase his homeland. I'm pretty sure the Sean Connery Fund, or like he has like a charity thing. It's all to raise money for Scotland.
It's to raise money for Scottish artists, so that they don't have to seek production finances outside of Scotland.
So even in his death, he's supporting his home.
Is he from Glasgow?
He's from Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Oh, okay. How close to Glasgow is that? Because the guy who wrote Bowler and Bunnet is from Glasgow, and it seems like this was like his passion project about that town.
It's the capital of Scotland, Edinburgh.
Glasgow's gonna be.
Glasgow.
We can take a train.
It's an hour.
An hour away.
By car.
An hour west. Yeah, they were homies.
By train, an hour. Walking, 16 hours.
Biking. That's the important
5
part.
hours.
5 hours?
It's not too bad.
That's actually not, that's not terrible.
You know.
I wouldn't mind taking a romantic train ride from Glasgow to Edinburgh.
Take the bike. Just leave it like
a romantic bike ride.
Yeah.
So we're all sweating.
Oh man.
Tandem bicycle.
Yeah.
Leave at like 8 a.m. You'll be there at around 2.
Yeah, honestly, that's not terrible.
Take a little break.
Grab
Find
some
a little
wine
pub.
on the way.
Yeah, find a pub somewhere.
Yeah.
We're going to Scotland.
Let's do it.
We're writing it off. We got at least 2 documentaries to claim. It's for research, and then
I feel we have a lot of locations that we want to like visit from Connery's stuff.
we should be able to write them all off.
We should do a bike ride from Edinburgh to Glasgow.
That'd be
My
content
niece
right
might
there.
disagree with that, but
You have a niece?
Oh man, the timing is tremendous. He was so shocked. I can't wait to see that in the video later. You have a niece, bro?
Now I'm laughing at you laughing.
oh my god.
We'll get like one of a sidecar.
You never had a dad joke on the podcast? Jeez.
Oh well, I mean, we've had Sean Murphy,
Yeah,
and
he is a joke. No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
What? No.
well, he's a dad.
Yeah,
and
we have-
then
Hi,
Ryan.
Sean, from across the podcast multiverse.
Ooh,
This is me saying hi.
that's how we communicate is through podcasts.
This is how I've continued to futz with the fucking cable.
We can't have everybody in the same room, but we have you guys in separate episodes, and you guys can talk through there.
Yeah.
If you have something you want to say to Sean, say it now. We'll get to him.
And Sean, if you have anything you want to say to Eric
I got
right now,
a
leave it in
shout
the
out
comments.
in the preliminary episode, like episode 0 or whatever.
Yeah? What was that?
You said
yeah.
you just said my name. It was cool. I felt honored.
Yeah, we talked about
Felt
it.
important.
We're talking about like how we all met and stuff.
Potential guests, perhaps.
Yeah.
If I win a motif award, I'll give you a shout out.
Oh, thank you.
Oh shit.
Are you nominated?
Maybe.
Have you checked?
Yeah.
Then you would know, right?
I'm just being mysterious.
Come on, let us know.
Yeah, are you nominated?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
With a gaggle of homies,
Who?
like almost everyone that works at the parlor.
I think Vinny,
It's the parlor being nominated?
No,
I think Vinny's in there too. Vinny Bellows. Shout
the
out.
sound
Vinny
engineer
Bellows.
category.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
There's like
Let's go.
Congratulations, man.
7 out of 10 nominees work at the parlor.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool.
Because the best of the best over there.
And also, the music venues are starting to dwindle. Dusk was just closed.
Oh, is Dusk gone? I didn't know about that.
It's Dusk has
Here we have a victim,
faded.
someone who won't see another show there, and he didn't even know he missed his chance.
I didn't even know that.
The last show was like a death metal show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Tear
kind
the
of,
place up.
That's suitable, though.
Yeah.
That was kind of like every show I went there was kind of heavy. I played there a couple times.
My last show that my name was on a flyer was there, and it was awesome. It was like sold out. My parents were there.
Hell yeah.
It was the
What
shit.
show was that?
Shamar Talley put it on, and it was for his band, the River
Provides.
Bends. The River Bends.
Oh.
And he had a bunch of hip hop artists open up, and I was not like number one.
Hell yeah.
I opened the show, and then I DJ'd most of the sets all night,
Nice.
Wow.
and the place was packed. It was dope.
That's awesome.
What's left? So Parlor.
Parlor. The Met.
Spot's not a thing, right?
There's a lot of places. There's new places too. Myrtle.
Yeah.
There's
What do you call up the street? Still doing shit, right? Didn't Nicole just play
News
there?
Cafe.
News
Yeah.
Cafe.
Askew.
I
Yeah, there's
missed
still,
the
a lot, there's still a lot of places.
I missed the spot,
Me too,
man.
The upstairs with the two venues.
That was
with
the
the
best.
two stages.
Yeah, when you set
That room
another
was
band
great.
up, you go do an acoustic set in the other room, and you come back. That was
Wes's
the
Rib
best.
House is a music venue now,
Yeah, I saw that.
which is pretty weird.
What do you call Warren? Does okay. The
Galactic?
Like
Yeah.
I've never been to a show. I live there, and I've never been to
They
a
usually
show
never
there.
charge for shows.
I don't think so.
I think
I
it's
think
the,
they like
the
like,
drinks that
yeah,
keep them afloat.
Yeah, they like buy a drink, you know. But yeah, I heard that's like a nice little spot too. But yeah, man, we need like.
Where are you gonna showcase the James Bond band?
Yeah, where are we having the Connery Curious event?
Is
I think
that
we're
a
actually-
secret?
No, I think it's more of like a. We don't know the details yet.
Yeah, we're formulating it on the podcast as we go. Kind
We could do it at platforms. I think they owe me a favor.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the favor they owe you?
Oh, I did sound there for an event.
Oh.
On a. Let me rent your venue for free one day.
Oh, okay.
Could
Platforms is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Is there a wall there where we could project them film?
Yeah. Or we could arrange one.
I also
There you go.
could bring a screen.
The only place I was thinking of originally was like Comedy Connection, if we can get in there somehow. Because
That's actually not bad.
Because that's like Chuck and Brad. Shout out to Chuck
Yeah.
Staten. They always do like their like Bradley drawing stuff with like movies and stuff, and they usually have a screen up. So I'm like, you can definitely project a movie on that screen, and we come out after and pod.
Do an acoustic set maybe.
Yeah,
I have a nice projector screen at Parlor.
Ooh, Parlor's a good room.
Parlor is a
and
good room.
And all the windows are like pretty blacked out.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good
Parlor
for
is
film.
a good room.
Maybe we'll think about that.
Could probably sell that out pretty easy too.
Yeah, we get people in there.
Yeah.
100 people? You're gonna get 100 people?
Is that 100 people in that
Pretty
room?
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
We could get 100 people. We could do it.
At least 70.
Yeah, we could do it.
I believe. I believe in you.
I believe in us.
I believe in us. I believe it's happening. Oh, we're doing Wonder Twins. Shit.
And then work your way up to like Stadium Theater in Woonsocket. Put on a big one. We'll bring lights and smoke and fog and whatever they call it nowadays.
We'll do a stunt
Haze.
show.
Is that what they call it now? Haze.
Haze.
Bubbles.
juice.
I like bubbles and disco balls.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So this is
A little
important.
bit of foam.
Is anyone writing this down?
Good thing I
It's on record.
Good thing I have access to all of these things. And that wasn't even sarcasm.
Oh yeah, you could do your job, right? Yeah. So hell yeah, we could fucking do this. Hell yeah.
I guarantee if I ask Pete, he will help us with it. So,
Sure.
yeah. Okay.
Have I derailed this enough yet?
No.
No, usually it's worse.
Yeah, we've derailed in way worse ways.
The fact that people like still listen is crazy because it's like we'll be talking about the movie for like 5 minutes. No, there's one time I think we talked for 40 minutes and didn't even say what the title of the movie was.
What movie was this?
No.
I don't remember. It was something we didn't like.
Bad form.
Oh yeah. No, if we don't like a movie, it's really easy for us to like
we just talk
veer
about
off topic.
anything else.
Because that's part of this commitment we've made is we do kind of have to slog through some movies that we don't love. And like as much as we did enjoy this documentary, I wouldn't say this is a film I liked.
I don't know, man. I liked it.
I would say this is a film I liked because I like this type of film in general. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm just fascinated by that.
I think I'm just
and
like.
it didn't even catch me as weird that it's in black and white. I figured that was
It's only our second black and white.
Forgive
film.
my ignorance, but I thought like television might have been black and white in 1967
It was.
in Scotland.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, probably.
So-
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of places didn't get color TV until like 70.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not crazy.
I
I am, but
But-
not in that way.
mean, I could pull up the exact date that Scotland got color television?
No.
Okay. We'll just
Let's keep it a mystery.
We'll let
Yeah.
the viewers at home do that, and they can tell us.
Whichever camera.
Is there a camera up there?
I did learn that the
it's right
guy.
here.
I did learn that the guy who wrote this, the Chris Hanley guy, Cliff Hanley.
Cliff Hanley.
He won an Oscar for his previous something he had written a few years previously.
Really? What?
And it was a similar shipyard thing, a seaworthy tale or something. No, Seaward's the Great Ships. Seaward's, I don't know how they say it.
A Seaman's Dream.
It's just called Seaward's the Great Ships.
Seawards?
Seaward's the Great Ship.
Ships.
Ships.
And short documentary film directed by Hilary Harris. It won an Oscar in '62.
I feel like that's
First
a
Scottish
man.
film to win an Oscar.
Ooh.
Hilary Harris.
I think it's Cliff's wife, maybe? No, his last name's Hanley.
That reminds me.
What?
Super off topic.
No.
Not super
Oh,
off
I've got
topic.
something off topic to say as well.
But
too.
we were talking about the Titanic earlier.
Yes.
And I said I watched it recently.
It's a great film. Such a great
And,
film.
I was like deep diving a little bit because every time I'm
Well, you
still,
have to get there.
Yeah. I made it though. Unlike too soon. But yeah, no, I was kind of like, I'm always still so fascinated about like, I want to know how many people actually went down. And side note, James Cameron was down there allegedly. I don't know, like just visiting or like went to an excursion down there during 9/11. While 9/11 was happening, James Cameron was at the fucking Titanic.
What a convenient alibi,
Isn't that-
Mr.
What do you mean
Cameron.
at the Titanic?
He like went on an excursion on a submarine down there.
The same day?
Yeah, it was like while it was happening. That's like
Presumably he
someone
would have
told
gone
me.
down early in the morning.
Yeah, someone told me the other day. Yeah, like he went down. He went down, and like it was happening during 9/11.
Convenient.
But that's not my point.
I couldn't have given the order. I was in a submarine.
But that's not my point. My point is, while I was researching that, I was watching this thing like it was like the 90s thing. It's like on Netflix, like rewind the 90s. Talks about like old TV shows in the 90s and like fads. Talk about Titanic. Do you know who presented the Oscar for Titanic?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah,
Isn't that a fun little connection?
it is.
And the way he said it too, we gotta look it up sometime. It's like the winner goes to Titanic. Like he just like the way he said Titanic.
Should I want me to pull it up?
Yeah, I kind of want to hear. I kind of want to hear how he said it. But it was just like what a fun connection. Cause I wonder where he probably wasn't nominated for anything at that point. Maybe The Rock. Nah.
I wonder what the first Sean Connery film I saw was. I loved James Bond as a thing. I was a big James Bond fan growing up.
Do you remember what your first Bond was?
Probably GoldenEye, because I'm a 90s kid.
Same, yeah. Like I
Or
saw
whatever.
the game for
What came right before GoldenEye? Because that was...
Timothy Dalton. Those are his movies.
I probably saw that.
On Milton, Kristen, Curtis Hanson, and Michael Nathan.
Oscars. LA Confidential.
I still want to see this
Titanic?
movie. I've never seen it.
James Cameron and John Landau, producers. And the Oscar goes to
Damn, his eyebrows are going to work.
Titanic.
Titanic. It would have been funny if Cameron came out in a submarine.
Wow,
Titanic
third
was
of the evening.
They were nominated for everything that year. Everything. I still look at that movie and I'm like, was this made in the 2000s? No, it was 90s. Like, I'm like looking at it, I'm like, it still looks fucking good, dude.
That movie's incredible. I watched it last year around
Just all the practical
beginning of the year.
models and shit for like because I went nuts for years, like thinking, I'm like, that's a clear image of the fucking wreckage. I'm like, no, that's a fucking model that they like made.
I think it's 100% of the dialogue in that film had to be overdubbed, like redone.
Really?
They filmed the whole movie, and all the audio was trash because the ship and the wind.
Oh yeah,
There
that,
was so
that
much-
feels.
There was so much noise on site that they just kind of like hoped would not sound that bad, and then apparently it was awful.
I mean, honestly, most film for the past 20 or 30 years, most of it is redubbed afterwards. For reasons specifically like that. So I can imagine it was like probably pretty noisy on those days.
But I don't think it was like in the budget. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, James Cameron was also given quite a budget. He had made some hits at that point already. He already did Aliens.
Yeah.
I believe, since we're all just telling hearsay anecdotes about James Cameron, I heard that when he was interviewing to like direct Aliens or whatever, or the sequel to Alien, he wrote on a chalkboard "Alien," and then he wrote an S, and then he wrote a dollar sign. He drew a line through it to make it a dollar sign, and that got him the job. But who knows if any of these are true?
You're hired. I heard James Cameron collects freeze-dried pigeons.
Pigeons?
Pigeons.
Pigeons.
I'd be more concerned if he collects freeze-dried pigeons.
Pigeons.
Anyway, I don't know what that is. But I like this freeze-dried pigeon theory. And he eats them on set. He just...
All the birds you saw in Titanic when they were flying on the
poses
deck.
them.
It's
And
all...
and he gets
They're
nude.
figurines.
It's like that scene.
Sue me.
It's like that scene from Spaceballs when Dark Helmet's playing with his dolls.
No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls
I
again.
didn't see you playing with your freeze-dried pigeons again. It's like banging them together. Ooh, now kiss.
Except James Cameron says, "You didn't. Well, get over here and watch."
Freeze-dried pigeons.
Okay, so we get a scene where we see these two in the Bowler and the Bunnet. We see these two foremen walking along, and they give their backstories. And then as they walk out of frame, Connery walks into frame, but he doesn't say anything. It's like he was stalking them the whole time.
It's like Mike Myers.
And he makes a face at the camera. It's a lot of him looking right at the camera.
I'm going to kill them. Yes. His mustache
It's a very effective
is crazy.
technique.
This is his mustache.
Oh, that
is
too.
like-
Yeah, his mustache is like on fire. That thing is so well shaped.
It's like a little wavy at the
He
end.
nailed it.
I agree.
We've seen a lot of Connery mustaches.
I wonder
over
if he
the
does it
years.
himself or if he hires someone who's just his mustache manager.
I feel like he does it
Manager.
himself. I feel like he wouldn't let anyone tend to his hair but him.
So we were talking about this, earlier. This is like possibly his first thing after James Bond, supposedly. Then he comes back for Diamonds. So I think he was like, I'm growing my hair out, I'm growing my fucking stash out. I'm not gonna be fucking clean shaven James Bond anymore. And he's like, I want him to fucking curl the fucking sides and shit, Dude, like a little like he did in Train Robbery movie. Like
Yeah, he had a nice
he
mustache.
had a
in
little
that movie.
curled
Yeah.
at the end, but I wanted a full like twirl, dude.
However, he would need to shave it because after this he would go on to play Shalako.
Oh, wow, that's so weird to think about.
Yeah. Okay, what else do I have? This is Accounting, the movie. A lot of this movie focuses on accounting. That one long shot of... You okay there, dude?
Yeah, I'm just having fun.
Like,
What do you mean by accounting?
Well, that one long shot of the dude at the desk, and then he's like drawing on the whiteboard.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's an unchanging shot for like 4 minutes.
I love it.
And he's just talking about how
He
budgets
felt so
work.
important for those 4 minutes.
Oh, it was great. But however, I was sitting where you guys were sitting yesterday when I watched it, and I couldn't see anything that he was writing on the board.
They zoom in eventually.
Eventually,
You get
yes.
it. It's a lecture, dog. You get what you can. You write some notes.
Exactly. And
You
I wrote
do-
my
and you
I
do
wrote
your
my
best
notes.
on the test.
Oh shit! Is there going to be a test on this?
Yeah.
This is
The
the
Bowler
test.
and the Bun
no,
test.
this is the test.
Okay. Are we passing?
I don't know. I'm just here with you. They're testing us.
He hasn't
Okay.
corrected the papers yet, bro.
The Connery Curious crowd. is
The
questionable.
Curious Connery's out there.
Curious Connery.
What's our
crowd.
grade? Do we get a C for Connery?
C for Connery.
Hey, C's get degrees.
Or an S for Sean?
S tier. Sean tier.
Wait, what did you just say?
C's get degrees.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
I
true.
was a C student all my life, bro.
Maybe not for doctors, though. I don't know. Maybe. For,
Yeah, probably.
Like bachelor's. I'm talking
But
bachelor's degree.
definitely in Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some C degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, so during that football scene, did anyone else expect the Beatles from A Hard Day's Night to run out and start
when he's
running
playing
around in
on
the
the
field
field?
like, can't buy me love?
I was waiting for like Benny Hill music to play and like chasing each other and shit. And I really want him to tackle somebody. Because remember, what was that movie we watched where he's playing football like that and he's beating the shit that they're tackling each other?
Molly Maguire's.
Oh, remember he's beating the shit out of
Yeah.
everybody, dude. Like, that's fucking brutal football, dude. Like, prison football. It's like fucking, what's that movie with Burt Reynolds?
Oh, The Longest Yard.
Like the longest yard shit.
And then when I love when he comes in, he says to the woman's father, the old man, he's like, "We could have used you out there today, old chap."
No, this film's really well framed. Like, there's a lot of shots that make you think like them. They really, I don't know. They took their time.
There's some definitely some nice composition of shots in this film.
A lot of wide shots. A lot of guys
Long
going up
shots.
on cranes. And we
That
kind
one of the
Yeah, there were like some daring shots.
looking over the edge, like completely looking down, and it's like swinging the camera. That was
Yeah.
nauseating.
because I don't think they had like rigs, like body rigs to like hold on to.
They were
it.
just
They were
holding them by
That's
his
what I mean,
shirt.
and like put yourself in Scotland in 1967, seeing that on television. Like, there's no other media like that besides what you see on TV. That must have been dope. That must have been awesome.
And seeing him walk through the 7 giant chambers of the boat, and then pop his head out at the end.
You're
of
just
the,
sitting there
of the back
drinking
of it.
some wicked soupy beer. And you're like,
Hey, I worked there this morning.
yeah.
I sound like Sean Connery too.
They all talk like him.
Unfortunately, a lot of them don't talk like him, and we couldn't understand a word
dude,
some of them were saying.
If I ever like,
We should go to Scotland, and we should tell everyone that we're deaf, so we don't have to attempt to communicate. We'll just automatically sign and point, and we can hear them. We're fine. We can figure it out.
They're just
But
yelling
we
at
don't.
us.
We don't have to like attempt.
It's down the street, and we're like,
Perfect. I'll remember that.
yeah, half of them are just like, what?
that was French.
Well, remember that Kenan Thompson thing from back in the day? It was all that. He was in the fucking bathtub, and he would say something in French, and like fucking like it'd be the stupidest shit ever.
No.
Ma toilette is pilon et de tomatoes. My toilet is full of sweet tomatoes.
It was like from all that. He was like Pierre Escargot or whatever. He was like he was just like Long John Silver. He was in the bathtub, and he was like, finish just whatever. And he's like, that hamster ate my sandwich. The stupidest shit ever. Now that's what I was like raised on. Like that was my SNL when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
And now he's
Now he's on SNL.
in his 40s and has been the longest running SNL cast member, whatever.
I think so. Yeah, he's been there for a wicked long. I think he came back in like early,
2006 or something.
Early 2000s. Yeah, so like he's been there for a fucking while. He's killing it, man. Killing it. Shout out to Kenan Thompson, listener of the podcast.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be awesome.
Keenan, what Connery Curious movie do you want to?
He loves Rhode Island.
Yeah, did you and Cal enjoy Rhode Island?
I think so. They went to Rod's. They went out to like
Rod Stewart's?
Not Rod's. New York System. They went to I'm thinking of Rod's because I got Rod's Grill next to me. But New York System's.
You're always thinking of Rod's.
I love Rod's.
Wiener Genie is closing. I think they already did.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll look it up.
I have not been to Wiener Genie. I guess I can't go now. I
We'll
wish
see.
I could.
We'll see. Maybe they're open right now.
I like the part 1 and part 2 barrels to indicate.
Oh yeah, like the credits.
Very creative credits
I was
in
just
this
thinking
film.
because I think some Marvel thing. What movie? I just saw a movie recently where it did stuff like that, where the credits were on things, or like when you would go to like you know, like the little like stamp of like, you know, entering Berlin, like they tell you what the location is.
Yeah.
It'd be like on a street, and a car would drive over
Oh, that's
it.
what, like Civil War or something.
What is Civil? I feel like it was like a recent thing that came out. And I was like, oh shit, that's really clever. People don't do that anymore.
They do it well in Quantum of Solace.
Maybe is that it? I don't know.
It's not very recent, but
no, I think for some reason I think it was a Marvel show. Maybe the Nick Fury thing that came out, like Secret Invasion. I don't know. Something did that, and I was like, that's really cool.
Huh.
You don't see that shit anymore, so it was cool.
What else do I have? When the Japanese workers show up, the music instantly becomes very "You Only Live Twice."
Yeah.
Which is a little uncomfortable. What else do I have? Okay, did anyone else like the scene where Sean is the home sales network host?
Oh, when he's holding everything?
What was it? Say it again?
He's presenting all the items and their
All the
different
shit
prices.
parts
Oh, that was dope.
And he's selling. He's basically a home shopping network host.
I was just hoping, like, that he was just getting, like, ridiculously big things that he just couldn't hold on to. 9 shillings. And then
One
he
entire
throws
steel
it at the
beam.
guy, and the guy just fucking lands on his ass, and he gets, like, a bigger thing.
That was,
Like a
but
ship
one
anchor.
elephant.
that was another sort of example of like unnecessary screen time. Like he was just on camera a lot, and it was kind of fun.
Yeah, presenting
Like for a television show, nonfiction television show about, you know, shipyard labor union affairs. It was like the Sean Connery show. It was awesome.
Yeah.
and he was breaking down like the cost of all the little things that add up to a big ship. But it was very
And
much
making it look like he's the expert.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's just there.
But it's somebody else talking, too.
Because he's there and he's doing it. He's got the shit in his hands, and you're just like, damn, Sean Connery, man.
It reminded me of, like,
Was he a sir yet? Was he knighted?
No,
Is he-
not
is
yet.
No, not at
He
this
was
point.
old.
He should have been knighted for this.
Might have been in the 90s he got knighted.
Let's see what year he got knighted.
But that him holding the stuff, it reminded me of that episode of SpongeBob when they did the Krusty Krab instructional video.
Side note, I think Wiener Genie closed for good today.
Are you serious,
And
dude?
now, yeah, we missed it by that much.
Oh man,
R.I.P. Wiener Genie.
we could if we weren't doing this podcast, we could have gotten some Wiener Genie.
fuck?
Shout out to my friend Ben Pion. He and I were gonna do a Wiener related show years ago, and it was gonna involve a lot of places that are now closed, like Kips and Pawtucket is closed. We can't go get a wiener there.
You still got some options though.
Tiggers and Pawtucket is so good.
Tiggers?
There's
You ever been to Tiggers?
No.
They're good.
You're
So
shocked.
good.
Rod's
So good.
Grill is really good. You do is it Eats on Seekonk? I think it's called Eats. They do wieners there too, and kind of different. But Frisky Fries, they do the it's this thing of fries, and they have one. It's called the Dirty Dog, and it's just all
You're a
like
dirty dog.
Dirty Dan, and it's just chopped up like New York system wiener, the celery salt, and the fucking meat and mustard and all that on top of the fries. It's good stuff. Shout out Frisky Fries. So yeah, you still have places to review, so you can still do it. I would listen to the shit of a wiener podcast.
Oh, it's dope. I don't even want to review
now
it.
I really want
There was a good theme.
a hot dog.
We had like,
What was the name of it going to be?
I don't know if I could tell you.
Oh.
Why not?
I'm not going to steal it.
We won't
It
steal
was along the line of like Ben Pion's Extreme Wiener Tour or something.
Hell yeah, dude.
Or a Best Wiener Tour. Super duper.
I was doing that
super
with
duper
my
wiener
brother-in-law, but
seeker.
it was calamari.
Ooh,
We were doing a calamari tour. Like every time we go to a restaurant, we're like, let's try the calamari here.
I love
And we
calamari.
kept doing it, and we're like, we can make a show out of this. It's kind of like, what's this fucking dude's name? Barstool Sports. He was just down here. He reviews the pizzas.
Dave Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy. He was Justin Johnston.
The drummer for Dream Theater?
He made a good review of Nice Slice. I was
Yeah.
pretty happy
Yeah.
for Al.
He shit on pizza strips, though.
whatever.
You don't like
Yeah, they
pizza.
suck.
Everybody.
I
you
love
gotta-
pizza
You
strips.
either like them or you hate them, but you don't have to talk about them.
If I'm gonna get a pizza
it's our
strip, I'm
thing.
also gonna put cheese on it and then melt it in the oven.
Yeah, but I don't
and
know.
just turn it into regular pizza.
But he liked the regular pizza di Palmieri's, so he gave that a good score. So I was happy about that.
I realize I'm saying some controversial shit when I'm talking about the pizza.
That's fine.
Okay. I could go for some
I never
pizza.
liked
You
it.
didn't like
Portnoy.
Fellini's either. Do you guys like Fellini's?
I don't
Yeah.
think
I
I've
love
had
it.
Fellini's.
You never had Fellini's?
Where is Fellini's?
Right there on, what's the name of the street?
We just have good pizza. Rhode Island has good pizza.
Yeah, we do.
We're spoiled for pizza.
Wickeden. It's on Wickeden. Right when you get off the highway.
Yes,
take
yes,
the
yes,
right.
yes, yes. I've had it. Yes.
They're good. Antonio's was around here is really good too.
Yep. Both locations are good too.
Mm.
Antonio's that are around here.
There's one near the Met, and there's another one I think on Thayer Street. I used to go there after shows and shit all the time.
I heard a brilliant Jon Stewart rant the other day about how he doesn't like deep dish Chicago style pizza, and his punchline is that people call it deep dish Chicago style pizza, and then he picks up a slice. He goes, "You know what we call this? Pizza."
Now I really want pizza, guys.
That,
I have to
that
make
can
some
be in your
pizza.
future.
I might have to make some pizza after this.
This guy makes pizza.
He makes a good pizza.
I've made you pizza before.
I know.
sure.
I'm just saying it. I'm giving you some.
Oh.
We're live.
Thank you.
He's trying to give you a push.
Thank you for my pizza business that doesn't exist yet. But will by the time this episode is coming out.
It's called We Make Pizza.
Although you should, dude. Side note, one more pizza thing. I fell in love with this pizza place in Nashville when I just went down. Because I was telling my buddy that lives down there, was just give me the best, Nashville hot chicken you have in town. Everything. Give me that. Oh, I should have got that. Look the other way.
I was in tears.
It was so funny. That shit always pops the shit out of me.
We're in Nashville, though.
But out of Nashville. But yeah, changed my life. I never had I've had chicken on pizza, but it was fried chicken, with the Nashville hot sauce, whatever, pieces of bacon, pieces of waffle, and maple syrup drizzled on top of it. Nashville hot chicken and waffles blew my fucking mind.
I was not hungry until you just said all that.
Blew my fucking mind. I have
Now-
a picture of it
One more
somewhere.
time. So it's like a cheese
Now I'm
pizza.
feeling hangry. I'm feeling violent.
I'm feeling fucking violent, bro.
I need that.
Oh no!
Give me that.
Start cooking, Dylan.
I forget
can make that.
I forget if there was cheese on it. I'll look at the menu and see if there was cheese on it. But if there was, you couldn't taste it because you had so much on it with the Nashville hot chicken, the bacon, and then bits of fucking waffle, this fucking chopped up on it, and then you had fucking. I got a picture of it somewhere.
Oh my
God.
God.
While we're talking, I'll find it. We'll show you guys.
I've
later.
got waffle mix too.
I knew this was a cooking show.
Yeah, because you're talking about you want to do this chicken restaurant, Dilly Burger, and the pizza. Fucking do everything. Why are we gonna make a fucking separate burger place? Everything. We have fucking. I could put fried chicken on your pizza. I could put cheeseburger on your pizza.
I can put cheeseburger inside of your chicken.
We
Two
can have
pizzas.
breakfast pizza.
Two pizzas as the fucking the bagel bites they have.
As the buns
As
for a
the
burger.
fucking buns. Who cares? Stoner food. People will fucking buy it.
People are high.
People are high and they want weird shit. I get weird shit every time I'm fucking baked. When I go to McDonald's or something, I make the weirdest shit.
It's incredible to see how. Now we're talking about weed, but on the highway on the way here, there's a huge
The
sign.
highway.
I'm always on the highway.
No, there's a huge sign now that says "weed drive-through."
Yeah, that's.
I think that's
oh, you see
amazing.
that? Who would have thought we would see that in our lifetime?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is it. This was the Nashville hot chicken pizza. That was it. I don't think the cheese. It might be cheese on there.
Oh yeah.
Look at the detail.
Send that to our producer, so we can splice it.
Oh my god.
Slice it.
Oh my god.
Eat it.
Look at that.
Yeah,
shit.
send me that, please.
Feast your eyes, podcast world,
That.
Yeah, there's definitely cheese on it.
Look at this, folks.
and put some waffles on your pizza
This podcast sponsored by Mother Earth Weed,
and waffles.
Mother Earth
on
Cannabis
pizza.
Dispensary, and what was that name of that pizza place?
Why are we
I don't remember the
sponsored?
name of it.
What?
Now we're sponsored?
Yeah, we're sponsored by Mother Earth Dispensary.
Is that true?
No. But I'd like to be. We'd take free weed products all day long.
Sean Connery blazed it up, I bet.
Do you think he did? Do you think Connery
Probably
got high?
not. He's Scottish, right? I don't think they got down with the greens. Irish people don't.
He seemed like he was more of a
I don't know
drinker.
if that's just me being ignorant, but I'm assuming that they just don't get down.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It seemed like he probably just had alcohol.
Although you think of like
one time I had an Irish dude yell at me because I smelled like weed.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm scared of Irish people.
You know.
Oh, I got something to tell you, brother. They're everywhere.
You know, I would not even kidding. I was thinking about doing a remix version of the theme for this episode. That's a reggae version.
Yeah, why
just
not?
because you're on it for this one.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And I knew we'd all be getting a nice buzz going.
Have him rap the intro instead of you rapping it.
Oh, okay. You want
but
to
it's
that?
like chill and like reggae version.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Feel me?
Okay.
That'd be crazy.
Okay. You down?
An edible arrangement.
It's pretty easy.
I'm down.
There's a record title for you.
I'm surprised you haven't done it.
Edible Arrangements.
Edible Arrangements. That should be his company. Edible Arrangements.
It's taken.
Shit, you're right.
With a Z.
Yeah, with a Z.
Snoop Dogg has a song called Edibles, and I tell people it's my theme song.
You wrote it for him.
Yeah.
That's his theme song. If you were a wrestler, that'd be your theme song.
Okay, my dad would have loved this movie. Sorry.
Introducing
The Bowler and the Bunnet.
My dad!
The Bowler and the Bunnet.
Yes.
Nice.
He would have loved The Bowler and the Bunnet because my dad was in the Coast Guard and he was a big ship guy. So he would have really liked
He was
this
a big
movie.
ship guy?
Fuck yes. He was
a big
my
ship.
grandmother was a boat. My grandfather was a man.
When a mommy boat and a daddy boat get
This
together.
I know. When a mommy boat and a daddy man get together, they make a ship guy.
It is an interesting slice of history that definitely there's a lot of people that lived that life in that place, and it affected their whole life revolved around that culture. And it's I don't know, it's a cool piece of time.
I was thinking that on a lot of the
I think my
shots.
parents, I think my grandfather would love this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
I was thinking that as a lot of the shots of the people working, and you just look and go, they were doing that task for 8 hours a day. Just that. Like that manual labor, that collective building
There was a
of
good amount of
massive thing.
safety though. I saw a lot of eye protection.
Yeah.
Not a lot of gloves. People look kind of rugged.
That one dude, we see the shot of them carrying the rope, and dude almost eats shit and
Yeah.
falls off the fucking dock.
Yeah.
Not the first film where someone almost falls
It
off
definitely
a dock.
felt. It definitely felt real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah, that's some true B-roll right there.
It's you do wonder what the people's lives were like.
How much they making? They're probably making
Drinking
fucking
beer and singing songs.
And Edinburgh feels like the flip side of that. Like this is the documentary about the work, and then Edinburgh is a documentary about the life.
Yeah.
Just a pleasant life in a pleasant town.
There's some sad stuff in it for sure, but it's it's all about how
He opens this one with these are some of the most congested slums in Europe, and you're just like, oh God, how is this gonna be a scary movie? No, but it gives you that's a picture of their lives too. Those workers probably were going home to some scary shit.
probably a lot of poverty. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was one of the
figure.
points he was making. Is like when the companies aren't doing well, the bosses bail, and the people are the ones that suffer for it.
Yeah.
I have a note that the exercise scene, the music in that scene feels like it makes the whole scene feel like it's an episode of Better Call Saul.
There's not a lot of music in this film at all.
No, we'll get into our ratings for that.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wrote down this watch through. I made a note. There's Rule Britannia. There's a piece that's playing on when he's riding on the bike, and I took a screenshot of what that was because I Shazammed it.
Shazam.
Hey, 333, love you guys.
Oh yeah.
Pomp and Circumstance, March #1 in D, Edward Elgar.
That's all the music. It's the whole score.
That was when he's riding the bike, and then there's like a jolly theme when
There's some short little like flute parts or something like weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
There's
but it was like
it's sporadic.
There was like 2/3 through. I was like a half an hour in or something, and I was surprised how engaged I was despite not hearing a lot of music. Like it just kind of hit me. I was like, this dude's been talking for a while, and I'm still like fully engaged. Usually it takes some movement and some music to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, during that exercise scene, there's like this like plain like lizard lounge music with the clav piano, and it makes it feel like Saul Goodman's about to walk in and start trying to sell you a will or something. I don't know. It made it feel like an episode of Better Call Saul. I'll punch the music in.
Ow.
Oh no, Eric's been shot.
He's been punched with the music.
It's in me. I can feel it.
We got funk.
Come, Elizabeth.
Funk. A lot of funk shout-outs.
Yeah.
Love you, bro.
Yeah. Explain this.
Oh, my older brother. A lot of people call him Funk. It's his musical title.
The Funk Lives.
The Funk Lives, yeah. He's in my phone as G-Funk.
G-Funk.
The Turnip is Real gets regular rotation on my listening.
Yeah, I'll plug it. Turnip is Real. Bush League Psych Out stuff. What's his other one? Oh, no. I can't remember.
Well, everyone check out The Funk Lives, because some great music. And the first time I ever met your brother, I showed up at the apartment that you guys were living in, and he basically just like put a pair of headphones on me and then just started making an original piece of music right in front
Broad
of me.
Street in South Providence.
Yeah.
That place was awesome.
And he just started looping stuff and then just started layering guitars and synths and for like 15 minutes, and just this piece of music just grew and grew and grew, and then he was like, I'm done.
I think that apartment is for rent.
Wow.
We could put a studio there.
Bring it back.
It's 3rd floor, though.
A lot of lugging.
Yeah.
A lot of lugging.
A lot of lugging. Whole lot of lug. Wow.
And it's like $2,000 a month now or some crazy
boy.
shit.
Yeah. We got to get that spot.
Yeah.
It's still open.
Cool.
Okay. The ship is massive.
That's what she said.
He said the thing 4 times. 4 times
Bowler
he
and the
says
Bunnet.
the bowler and the bunnet. He said the thing.
That's cool.
He
felt good about it.
Mario.
Yes.
Got another note here, completely outside of the bowler and the bunnet.
So it is important to note, though, that this movie has nothing to do with bowling.
No, not at all. Were you disappointed by that?
I'm out of here in like 5 minutes because I gotta go bowling.
He brought his bowling shoes.
You said,
and
was I
everything.
mad?
Yeah, were you mad?
No, because I didn't remember.
Okay.
You literally called me or you texted me and you were like, hey, here's the movie. This is the one you wanted to be on the episode. And I just kind of like went along with it. I watched it last night and didn't even question why I was watching it. I was just fascinated the whole time.
All right.
I was engaged and I thought it was good.
Hell yeah.
I thought Sean Connery was very handsome.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, we'll
A+.
get into our ratings for that. Forgot what. Oh, okay. So Mario, last week we watched Tarzan's Greatest Adventure.
Yes.
And we were also looking at what other great Tarzan films were.
Right.
And one of the ones that kept coming up as a top contender was Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Oh. What'd you think?
The first half is phenomenal. The second half is very good. So in total, it's a very, very good film.
Okay.
Really, really good.
The math is mathing.
Yeah, that's the average.
At what point were you like, this is not excellent anymore, but it's good?
Strangely, it's a long film, so at one point I like had to pause it and go to sleep and came back the next day and finished it.
How long we talking?
Like two and a half hours.
You poor thing.
Well, it was the time that I started watching it, so I'm like, I'll just finish it tomorrow. And it's about when Tarzan gets to England. That's where the film kind of starts to drop off a little bit.
Huh.
But the stuff of Tarzan in the jungle, we were watching that movie, and Tarzan is basically just a white guy.
He's a dude.
He's just a white guy. He interacts with one chimp named Cheetah.
Named
Never
Cheetah?
seen him
Yeah, and you never see him again. He just interacts with him at the beginning, and he's basically Batman of the jungle.
Fuck yeah.
Like, it's awesome
Yeah, like
in this way.
Like the citizens know him. They're like, Tarzan, we have someone like fucking around in the forest. Like, I'll take care of it. And it's like, that's not like Tarzan.
And everybody's like, yeah, let him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's literally he's like Batman.
Yeah.
With
They're
every
like-
other movie, like George of the Jungle and everything, he's like a mysterious being.
And he's a good guy the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, it's fine.
And he's picking off the group of bad guys.
He's got no superpowers. If he ever turns on us, we'll just shoot him.
No. So, in Greystoke, it is played straightforward. Wait, what?
Nothing. Greystoke, straightforward. I'm with you.
I mean, they do try to kill. He tries to kill Tarzan with a wire noose in Tarzan's Greatest Adventure.
Told you to never fuck me, Tarzan. Told you never to fuck me.
Wow.
All I got is my balls and my monkeys, and I don't break them for anybody.
And I'm all out of monkeys.
A lot of monkeys.
Love Connery was Tarzan.
I was telling a friend about that, and they said, "Was Connery Tarzan?" I said,
I
"No,
wish.
unfortunately."
I wish.
Not yet.
Not yet. There's still time.
We have face swap now. And AI
we
shit.
could do it. Put him on that giant Gordon Scott big
People,
ripped
there's
body.
there's that trend of
Deep fakes.
putting Arnold, deep fake. People put like Arnold Schwarzenegger in
On
random
everything.
roles where his voice would just stand out so.
Oh yeah.
It's like him as a girl. It's
I almost
like,
want to say horrifically.
I'm just a girl.
We
shitting in front of a
represent
boy.
the Lollipop Guild. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I've just always wanted to hear him say the word gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
I'm okay. I don't know Schwarzenegger.
Anyway, Greystoke plays it straight. Like it's an ape that has lost her baby finds baby Tarzan and adopts him as her own, and it's psychologically like very. You watch it and you're like, oh yeah, this is what it would be like for a human that had never had human contact before. He would literally be an ape. And it's really good. And like he picks up language quickly because his vocal cords are different. He just becomes a natural mimic of like the bird calls around him.
Hell
and the animal calls around him, and at one point he's doing full-on tiger roars and lion growls and stuff.
That's kind of that's Tarzan to me.
Yeah.
That's like the.
Yeah, that's what
I never
Tarzan
read Tarzan or whatever the classic Tarzan story is, but I think
I would suggest it.
That's
It's
the shit.
free on YouTube.
Cool. That's my kind of movie.
It's
Like
an
it.
interesting film.
Hell yeah.
And Andy McDowell is dubbed by Glenn Close the whole time.
Glenn Close, really.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Should we start wrapping it up?
I mean, I still got time. It's almost 4.
Okay.
It's a long one. How long is the usual podcast?
About 2 hours.
2 hours or
Nice.
so.
Yeah.
And this is like not like a long thing. It's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, 40-minute documentary.
We talked about wieners a little bit.
Some wieners.
And the only other documentaries we've done has just been you and I, so we've kind of kept it short. When we have guests on, it tends to go a little bit longer because we've got more conversation to add.
Like, we're talking about wieners.
Yeah, exactly.
And fucking,
When Andy was on, we were talking about wieners. When Sean was on, we were talking about wieners.
Were we?
Because the gun is good and the penis is evil.
Oh, that's right.
All right?
We talking about wieners with Andrew?
We must have.
No, I don't think so. Talking about wrestling. We talked about. I think I
Well,
listen back.
when Shirley Bassey was recording the vocals for Diamonds Are Forever,
They went New York System after this.
Well, no, she was basically She was basically told to imagine she was singing about a penis.
Oh, shit.
So, okay, my last notes are that this is it feels very accurate to today's labor issues and work issues about keeping employees happy and the reason, anti-work and whatnot. You just keep your employees happy and they'll actually care about doing the work for you. And then, you guys want to talk about how awesome the credits are?
Oh, the fucking champagne
hell yeah.
bottles, dude. Like, I love practical, like, little credits like that.
It was like he was congratulating himself. It was beautiful. It was like, I'd like to thank myself for being me.
But also really putting over the people who worked on that.
Yeah, which
like,
wasn't a big crew.
Yeah, look at that. All those names we saw, I think minus one.
Mm-hmm.
All those, that's it. That's who made this fucking documentary, and they just put it fucking together, and there it is. And then Connery's over there catching the bottle, and like fucking.
That's how they would
off.
celebrate. That's how they would christen a ship by smashing a champagne bottle on it. Yeah. So I like that. You have him swinging in and smash, and he catches it because, of course, he wants to drink that.
Yeah, he deserves. So he should.
Indeed. That's all the notes I have.
That's all I got.
Well, I actually have another note of the Ruddles. I feel like you could mix this with the Ruddles documentary.
The Ruddles.
You know what that is? Eric Idle and Neil Innes put this together. It's called The Ruddles. All You Need Is Cash. They were friends with George Harrison, and it's a parody of the Beatles story.
Oh.
And it's amazing.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Shit.
That's all I got. Eric, you have any more notes there?
I'm trying to find a manuscript. That's the word I'm looking for of the film, because I want to read the opening monologue.
Can you find one?
I don't know.
I don't think you'll be able to. It was hard enough for me to find that.
Yeah, you
as it was.
Anything about this.
So.
If you want to play it real quick, we can listen to it.
Scotland, the country of the extremes.
Do you want the opening line of the film?
That's copyright.
What?
I don't want to steal it.
Oh, we have clips.
What?
I thought it'd be funny if I read it.
Oh, you've got it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So we'll skip it. But on next week's episode.
Do you want me to pull up the line?
You should sample it.
No, it's okay.
Let
the viewers at home go watch it because it's worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
let them pull it up.
The very first word is him saying Scotland.
Scotland.
Everyone at once?
Scotland.
It's an entirely different kind of flying. Altogether, it's an entirely different kind of flying. Alrighty. You got any more notes, Mario?
I got nada.
Eric, anything more from you?
I got lots to say.
Yeah.
Hit us with it.
Gonna have a press conference after this. My people are waiting outside.
Okay.
I will have another one of those cookies.
Yeah, yourself.
You know how to treat a man.
Well, does that mean we're moving into our next section?
I think, yeah. We had a great discussion about the bowler.
Thanks for having me. How's that? That's what I have to add. Thank you.
Well, we're not done yet, but of course.
We're not
of
done
course.
yet? Okay,
You're
cool.
always welcome back. But
to all the Connery Curiosos out there.
Connery Curiosos.
You guys are...
I like that. I like that.
Here's to you. Thanks for having me.
After our discussion here, we're going into our ratings of this film. Of course, we got the
score. I'm sorry. I pulled up this tab. Connery was knighted on July 5th, 2000.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's when he was knighted. To answer the question from earlier.
What a Connery cornhole.
Oh my God, that was a joke we made while it was playing. He's crouching down near a wall, and he's like, "This is where the people come on a Friday night," or something like that. This is where people come for a good time, and I made the joke that it was glory holes coming out of the wall.
Or a cornhole tournament.
Oh.
But anyways.
All right, so yes, go ahead, Mario.
Yeah, this is the section of the show where we're going to rate everything about this film, from the film itself, the man himself, Sean Connery, if the SHs, how thick is his accent in this movie, the sexy rating, and the musical score rating. And Eric's going for a cookie.
I'm going for a cookie this time.
They're very good, aren't they?
Tremendous. He's already speaking Scottish already.
I was just thinking that. My brain was trying.
This is a part of the show where I eat a cookie.
I was trying to form how to get into a joke, and you beat me.
Connery cookies.
Oh my God! What would a Connery cookie be?
It'd probably be like those
those like little yellow cookies you get in like the little jars for Christmas and shit. Like not jars, but like tins. Like sugar cookies.
Oh, and
biscuits, like a biscuit.
It'd be like a tea biscuit with his face on it.
Yes.
And it'd probably be really good.
Hell yeah! I would love that. That's some food options for if we ever do the live event.
Yeah, we're gonna need to cater it. Connery Catering.
Connery Catering.
What other dishes would we have? Some kind of Bond-esque meal.
We should just make a blend of tea called Sean Connery, like Earl Grey. But
Sean Connery tea.
Yeah, Sir Sean Connery.
And we haven't taken any Sir Sean Connery peas this episode yet.
Yeah.
Anyway. What does that mean?
That's
you
pee
have to
break.
pee.
It's a Connor pee.
You leave the room though, right?
Well, we pause the episode.
No, I pee right here.
On my carpet.
You have a microphone in there?
It's like the Naked Gun. Whoops. Alrighty. The Bowler and the Bunnet. We're gonna do our ratings.
Let's do our ratings.
What were our 4 ratings again? 5 ratings. We have the SH. We have the musical score. We have the sexy rating. We have the film and the Sean rating.
Yes.
So
we'll start with the SH. SH, Eric, is basically like where the S is like esh.
When you think of a Sean Connery voice, you typically think of his voice sounding like this.
Oh yeah, a lot of shushing.
But sometimes his voice the S's just sound like this, you know?
I think it was out of 5.
Out of 10.
Oh, out of 10?
Yeah, you go first.
I think it was a 6.
You're gonna give it a 6. That seems fair.
It didn't jump out at me as a thing, but maybe I've just come to know what his voice sounds like.
Mario, what do you think?
He seemed to be speaking pretty clearly.
Yeah, I think I was around the same ballpark. I think I'm going to also give it a 6. It's like, it's there. You know, you hear it with, old microphones. We kind of like suspected tape recorders as they're like, over like docks and stuff that kind of aren't the best quality and kind of, no windscreens or whatever. So
do other Scottish people talk like that? Like, do other Scottish people think that Sean Connery has a speech impediment?
I don't know.
Well, of the Scottish people we heard in this fucking documentary, he's like the most like easy to understand.
Yeah.
So I think
because he went Hollywood.
Yeah,
well, he was also like a hero to like he was like a Scottish folk hero. So
yeah. There's like Connery Scottish, but then there's like the other like spectrum of like the Shrek kind of Scottish, where it's like very like what are you doing, donkey?
Mike Myers.
I'll punch in some examples of the different Scottish voices.
That makes sense. I'm sure. No, we heard a lot in this film.
You hear some interesting examples of them.
Now, our duty is not to run away.
Every day in the week, which we are doing at the present.
But very few, like Connery has a very specific voice.
But yeah, we give him a 6.
Yeah. 6 and 6.
Well, I'm going to give him a 7.
Whoa.
Because I heard it a lot in there. And as I've said before, my method of doing so
Why don't you give him an 8 then?
If
you heard him a lot. I'm just trying to stir some shit.
You trying to break up this podcast?
Yeah. Fight, man. Fight.
Fight right now. No, it's a 6.
Mario punched Dylan in the face.
Yeah. Trying to get you more viewers. You have a good fight and then you kiss.
We'll combine.
Then you kiss.
Okay. The post you shared this morning of The Rock and what was that? Was that Triple H staring at each other?
Where was
on
it?
Instagram?
Oh, that's The Rock and Roman. No, it's The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Okay, I thought they were gonna kiss.
There's actually a picture that's been going around of Cody Rhodes, who's another wrestler, and CM Punk, and they got in each other's faces before a pay-per-view, and their noses were touching.
Oh, nice.
And then someone photoshopped at them actually like kissing.
Why not?
It's like, hell yeah, let's go.
Missed opportunity.
I'll have to find that and show it to you guys later.
So yeah, the way I gauge it is I take a sentence and I count how many S's are in that sentence, and then I see what's the percentage of that
are necessary,
or
just
that have been
Sean Connery sprinkling.
That he adds the H to.
Nice.
So
I can't find the kiss, but that's the actual image of that.
Aw, it's adorable.
Just, like, touching noses and shit.
Oh yeah.
You think in that moment they were like, "I love you, bro."
They are buddies, so I'd fuck not. That's like me and Andy touching noses. Shout out to Andy.
All right, so we've got an average of 6.33333 for our average SH rating. So let's move on to our next rating. Mario, you want to go first for the sexy rating?
Sure. The film's not really sexy.
No.
It's just working. I think Connery looks like $1 million. I think he looks like $1 million.
Are we rating the film or the man?
So we kind of do a combination of both, yeah.
Okay.
Like if he's a 10 in sexiness, but the rest of the film isn't sexy, then, you know, you
like
kind of...
you look at a James Bond film.
I know my score
like,
then.
Early on, you know, you think of like, you know, the women are beautiful, the locations are beautiful, and all that. But
It adds to it.
But then maybe something like kind of out of pocket happens, and you're like, I'm dropping down a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He slapped somebody in this one, or...
He threw a soccer ball at somebody's head.
Yeah.
In the scene where they're playing soccer, he catches the ball and bounces it off a dude's head just for the fuck of it. And then they kick the ball back at him, and he just kicks it as far as he can.
And then
he looks like a bully.
To death.
Yeah.
He was a bully in the last movie.
Cool. Yeah.
Tarzan's Greatest Adventure. He was a real bully.
Well, my sexy rating is a 5.
Yeah?
Because
5?
I think that Sean Connery's a 10, and that the movie is a 0 or a 1, whatever the lowest is. Because there's nothing sexy about math class.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I dig it. Mario?
I was sitting at a 3.
Yeah.
'Cause I think he looks good, but then like I don't know, maybe because a lot of mustaches he's had in the past are very good, but like there's something about that was a little unkept. It was kept, I guess.
I give him extra points for the mustache.
And I wasn't nuts about the longish hair.
I like the long
He
hair.
almost had a Persian mustache going on.
Persian mustache.
So I had to give him points.
So, but yeah, but like, and nothing comes out as sexy about this film. So I'm like,
No, he's wearing long sleeves.
yeah, we're gonna see his arms and
turtlenecks.
shit.
What was that?
Like, don't even get to see any skin, bro. Like, you know?
Yeah, show us your
This is
show us
the
your tits.
first movie in a while he didn't have his shirt off. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a 3.5 for mine.
Ooh, right in the middle.
Yeah, because he does look very good, but he doesn't look like a 10 in this for me. He looks like a 7, and then the film isn't very sexy at all. So
No,
same
it's
kind
not.
of thing, you know, dividing
Fair
those
enough.
all up. So our
There's not a
average,
single person in that film that I would have sex with.
except Sean Connery.
Debatable.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I agree with your statements, but I'm adding, I'd have sex with Sean
Go for it,
Connery
man.
out of that.
Seriously.
Now, I'd have sex with him now.
Right now.
Right, his box of ashes.
This podcast is strange.
Isn't it?
You're realizing this now?
Have you listened before?
Not enough.
Clearly not enough.
Not closely enough. I didn't see it that deep.
Alrighty, let's move on to our next rating, which is the musical score
What
rating.
music? Like, there's like
There's
nothing.
not a
here.
single song in this film that I would have sex with.
Or sex too.
Well, Rule Britannia, I could get down to that. Or actually, I mean that like while they're working, while they're exercising, excuse me. That, you know, that clav jazz
Sex to
lounge
that.
music. Yeah, I could have sex to that. It would be the most bland, boring
Test
sex.
it out. Next time you're about to have sex, be like, this is test it out, and you play that.
Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Anyway, so who wants to go first?
That should be like a new thing now. It's like instead of film, the score of the score, it'd be like, would you have sex to this music in this movie?
Well, we can do both.
Because I would fuck to Medicine Man.
Yeah.
I would fuck to Medicine Man.
For me, the score includes like the sound effects and the Foley or the, you know, whatever they added. So I think I give it a C, a 6.5,
6.5.
7. You know what I mean?
Which one? What are you going?
Like it wasn't really a musical film to begin with, so it had what it needed.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was engaging. That was my thought while watching the film. I was like, damn, there's no music in this, but I still like it.
Mm.
And I don't know how easy that is to do. It felt like a achievement. So
What do you think?
6.5.
6.5. Mario?
And then I have up to 24 hours to change my rating. All right,
Yes.
cool.
So watch it again after this.
Okay, on that note, this is only the second film in this podcast that I've watched more than once before coming on to
Really?
record it. Yeah, the only other one was A Good Man in Africa.
You watched that twice?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had rented it and I had like 24 hours, so I'm like, I'll just watch it again.
Huh.
I have to watch most movies twice to feel like I really watched it.
And took everything in.
Yeah, like when we watched it today, I read the credits, and like I saw the credits last time, but I didn't read them, and little things like that. You know what I mean?
I gotta do too as well. Like if it's like, especially in like my realm as a content creator, I review a lot of these movies and shit. So like I watch one as like the critical person,
Yeah.
but then I go back so I can go and actually enjoy as a fan. Like,
or not as a fan, or as like, oh, actually, this wasn't. Now that I'm watching it for not reviewing it, this sucks.
It
yeah,
flips.
then you start to wake
It
up.
flips back and forth. Like sometimes it's an accident. Like having gone to school for video production, sometimes when I watch something, I'm watching how it was made. I'm like, how'd they do that? That's cool. That's interesting. And then I'm like, wait, I don't even know what just happened, and I gotta rewind or like listen again.
It's almost like that with music. I feel like I'm not saying music's been ruined for me, but like if I'm listening to like a new rock record, even like a funk record or some hip hop stuff, I'm always just listening to the fucking guitar, and then I don't listen to anything else.
There's a lot of shows that I've been at that I haven't heard the music because I was mixing the band, so I'm like critically listening to like the tuning and the notes and the frequencies, and then I'll hear a recording of the show and I'll be like, damn, they played this?
And
I didn't even know they played this.
People don't realize how essential that is to be able to absorb. Like the reason music hits you is because it's mixed well, but you don't know that. You know what I mean? Like I was talking with someone recently, and they're like, they were saying that they really like music that sounds like garbage. Like, oh, this sounds unpolished and whatnot. And then they elaborated that somebody who works in music said to me that, oh, to make it sound like that actually takes a lot of work. And I'm like, that is correct. To make something sound bad takes work. Like, unless you just want it to sound terrible, then just record it with a terrible mic and it will sound bad. But to make something sound bad but still appeal to like you like it because it sounds good. You know what I mean? If it sounded like it was recorded with a potato in someone's basement, you're probably not gonna like it very much because you can't actually tell what is what. Frequencies are flying in and out of each other.
Yeah.
But if all you have is a potato, then you gotta do it.
You just gotta do it, bro.
Did we all rate music?
No, Mario. What's your rating on musical
4.
score?
Nothing really memorable here.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess I skewed my answer a little high.
I mean, you know, you
it's
had
not-
some respect for some stuff. You know, as long as you come out with it, like, you know, I judge it by like if I
That foghorn sample, it's heavy stuff.
foghorn sample.
I'll say. Oh, you meant the ship's foghorn.
I would have thought the foghorn would have had a Scottish accent. But
Yeah,
sounded,
right. That was
sounded
kind of
normal.
weird.
I say.
I say.
I say.
I had a traumatic experience with foghorn leghorn.
Really? You want to elaborate?
I told it on the Frick Nerds podcast quite a few times. But
Tell it again. It's just practice.
all right, just one more time. One more time for the public. Long story short, I went to Six Flags with my ex. There's a reason why she's my fucking ex.
Foghorn leghorn.
Yeah, honestly,
She
it might have
fucked Foghorn leghorn?
No, I'd rather have that been the issue. So I hate Six Flags, number one. I just don't like Six Flags. It's just like too crazy. I like theme parks, but that one, Six Flags just drives me crazy. So it was a really hot day, like 100-something degrees out, and we got separated because she went on a roller coaster with her friends. I don't do roller coasters, so I'm like, all right, I'll meet you over here in like 10 minutes. And then they weren't there in 10 minutes. They just went to another ride, and they had taken my water bottle with them for whatever reason. So I had no fucking water. It's like 100-degree weather. I'm walking around like near like the front where the carousel is and shit. And I pass out.
You actually passed out?
I passed out, and I kind of fell down, And, and I don't know if it was happened in my head or not, but no, it definitely happened. But like the voice I heard, a guy in a Foghorn Leghorn costume was like standing over me with like other people, and in my head I heard, I say, are you okay, boy?
Oh my God.
And as I'm like kind of getting up, they kind of got water in me, and I look up, and the fucking Six Flags old guy is dancing like kind of down the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, this is like a fucking fever dream.
Oh my God.
So every time I see Foghorn Leghorn, I get a little triggered. It's insane.
What are you playing for us?
Fuck foghorns.
I thought they were going to play like a fucking Foghorn Leghorn sample.
What was that?
Fuck foghorns.
Did you just put that into a speech thing? Okay. Okay.
Okay. This ship is sinking. We better get these scores in.
Oh my gosh. Let me turn these lights on here.
Let there be light and mood.
Foghorns are forbidden.
The penis is evil. The foghorns are evil.
Okay, let's continue this.
All right, now
I'm giving it a 2.5. It wasn't anything special to me either.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now we come to our two most important ratings.
Yes. The film and the Sean.
Indeed. Eric, you want to go first for this?
Doing film first?
Film rating 9.6.
Whoa! 9.6. Was that just to have a 69?
No, I don't know why. I just thought it was really good.
Okay, that's
I was engaged the whole time. Like when I watched it a second time today, I got a little upset when you guys were talking over it.
Oh,
because I was listening.
Oh, no.
You could have told us to shut up.
No, that's when I kind of noted. I was like, I'm enjoying this. This is
Next time, tell us to shut the fuck up, man.
Well, you've got the link. You can rewatch it anytime.
next time I will.
Tell me to shut the fuck up, dude. I don't care. We
Yeah.
know each other for a long time.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, guys, honestly, can you shut the fuck up trying to watch this fucking documentary?
This is also our first rating that has gotten a not a 0.5 or a 0.75 or a 0.25. You know what I mean? This is our first. Are you doing this again?
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck?
Shut the fool.
All right, do that again.
I erased it.
Oh no! All right. Well, good thing it's recorded.
It's recorded forever now.
Oh my God. Okay.
So.
All right. Well.
Shut you our butt.
Shut you our butt. All right. Enough of this. All righty.
Usually we're the ones off the rails.
9.6.
It's that right.
Mario, what are you giving it?
All right. So I really enjoyed it. That was fun. Some killer shots, and some funny things too. Like I love that we didn't really talk about the opening scene when he's in the bus on a double decker,
and then he looks and he's on the bus as well.
No, he's like, but he runs
excitedly
to the front,
skips to the front,
and like he's like, I got the back of the bus,
like a school kid.
Yeah, and they like look, but I thought he was gonna jump out the window, which would make it funny. It's like he's looking out the window and he's driving the Jaguar outside, and other Connery jumps on the hood of the car to escape. It was a weird cut. Like you see him looking out the window, then it immediately cuts to the front of the bus, and then him looking in the rearview mirror. And he's in the car again. It's like it was
interesting.
Some goofy choices, but I really enjoyed this, and I think I'm gonna watch it again.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like
a third time.
Talking about?
Yeah, I think I'm really into. I think it's a fun little thing to watch. I would just keep this on while I was getting ready to go out or something. You know what I mean? Just have her running. It's very soothing to hear his
Getting ready to go out. So you thought what I thought. Let's turn this into a drinking game.
It's hot girl shit.
Every time he says what's the
Bowler and the Bunnet.
He only says that 3 times though.
4. Do you get four drinks in a 45-minute period? That's not terrible.
You're not supposed to chug your drink every time. Yeah.
A shot, you know.
Yeah, you do a shot every time he says the Bowler and the Bunnet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You do 4 shots in 45 minutes. That's a decent amount.
That is.
Yeah, that'll get you fucked up.
That's a great pregame thing.
You might not be going out afterwards.
Also go around. That's like, oh, here goes Marius.
He talking like Sean Connery.
He must have been watching Bowler and the Bunnet before he came out here. Look at him, he's already fucked up. But yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it a solid 9.
Jesus Christ!
I liked it, dude.
Wow.
Sean Connery presents The Bowler and the Bunnet.
See,
we love it.
It's Bunnet, but we keep pronouncing it as Bunnet, and that even pronounced it as Bunnet. That's fun. That's interesting.
Oh, but it's...
Maybe it's like depends on where you're from.
What was that? Say that again.
You gonna believe a robot?
Yeah, right. Potato,
Are
potato,
you a robot?
bro.
Maybe.
I knew it.
All right, so I feel like I'm gonna be the odd man out because I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
No
I
love
liked
for ships.
I liked it, but I didn't love it.
I bet if this was about trains, you'd be like 10.
Probably not.
No?
No.
If it was about trains, I'd be a little more excited. 'Cause I love trains.
I mean, it would have to depend on like the execution, because it wasn't the content, it was the execution. You know what I mean? Like some of it was really good. I really enjoyed a lot of the cinematography. But I will say that I had trouble keeping it had trouble keeping my attention.
Okay.
For the whole time, especially some of those long, drawn-out shots of people just explaining accounting. The shots of people talking, but their audio is muted, and they're doing voiceover in their own shots.
That was confusing.
Yeah, like those are the things that took me out of it.
I will admit, watching this the first time, because remember I mentioned that I missed the initial guy almost falling off the dock the first time and shit. I was playing Call of Duty while I was watching this.
The truth comes out.
So I had it on one screen, and I could still see it while I was playing. So maybe I missed
It's not
the details.
Connery Call of Duty, Mario.
But, you know, Call of Duty Modern Connery Warfare. But yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like you kind of like just listen to it. It's kind of you could do like a podcast form of this, like, you know, listening to it. It doesn't have the visuals. It's a documentary. Like you could like, you know, have this be like a book on tape or something. But also watching it and actually sitting down and paying attention to like the certain compositions and certain things that the cameramen are working on, things they're doing, and, you know, going up to high fucking levels and getting tremendous shots, which can be overlooked, especially in today's world where everything is so fucking easy to make. You know, if it's not like actually there, then it's CGI or something like that. You know.
Yeah, I just think if you like film, you would appreciate this film.
Yeah, I think so. So I think that's why I put.
But clearly,
I
not
went so
all of us
over.
do.
Clearly, we went to the different schools here. What's
But
going
on that note, though, you are right that it is very much feels like something we would be sent out to shoot at NIT. Like, go out and make a documentary on something that's going on.
It's just
in
a
the town.
good example of a good film.
If I can go back in time,
I hear you shunning me in that. You're like,
no.
So it's just, I guess it's just, you know, a masterpiece of cinema, Dylan. You know, should be on the Criterion Collection Blu-ray.
Oh, I turned the volume down. It is Criterion material.
We love you, Sean Connery.
Riveting
podcasting. All right, let's go on to the last score.
All right, the most important one.
The Sean rating.
Eric, you want to go first?
This is just an overall...
Sean himself in this, his performance.
His energy,
peak.
How much he wants to be there.
9.9.
You can give it a 10.
Yeah, I'm not going to like hate on you.
10. Fine. Fuck
You give it a 10?
I said it, all right?
He did it.
10.
He did it.
I think Sean Connery is a 10.
He did it.
No, but for real, like, he did it.
He did it.
That's on his gravestone. Sean Connery. Doesn't even have the years.
With the Nike swoosh.
He did it.
Alrighty. Is that all you have to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Mario?
It was an honor. Mario, let me know when you watch this again. I'll join you.
Well, let's watch it again.
Okay. I don't think I'll be watching it again.
It's fine.
It's all right.
You weren't invited.
I mean, Eric, having a good
You know
time.
what I will do, though? I will put, like you said, have it on as you get ready or something. I will totally put this on casually in the background because it's like very...
It'd be good on mute.
No.
Or with music over it.
No, it's very like unintentional ASMR.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of ship noises and everything
Yeah,
else.
a lot of like gentle Scottish old gentlemen talking
Scottish
very...
massage.
You must...
Scottish massage.
Top secret massage.
All right, Mario, what are you giving our boy?
I think I'm gonna give a flat 9. I think, and East for like, because you gotta give him love for this, because like this is his first thing he directed. He's performing in it, with like all the narration and like all the shots of him like walking around and all that. And he looks like he's having fun doing this.
He's having a blast.
He's like riding a fucking bike around and shit, and like playing football with
He's
fucking
like,
people.
he's like, I can make a film about the labor workers in the Scottish shipyards, or I could make a film about me experiencing the labor workers in the Scottish shipyards.
Him walking through
that'll
his
sell.
Sean's day out.
That'll sell.
Sean's day at the shipyard.
It really seemed like he just threw himself in there as like, what do they call it? I'm at a loss for words.
It's like watching like the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and like Connery just kind of peeked in. It's just like,
hey, what are you guys doing over here?
Like product placement.
Product
placement,
what I mean? Yeah.
Like when they put a thing in a movie that's like, oh yeah, I know that thing.
Like the scene of like the.
Did you guys? I'm sorry. Did you guys put it? Make sure you put the map on the back.
Like when they're showing the statue with the bird shit on it, and the group of people surrounded by it, they had to like have Connery in the group, like looking around. Like,
that's what I mean. He was like there for
like
a
he
bunch
had
of
to be
weird
there.
shit.
Did we talk about the statue with the bird shit on it?
No. It's brilliant.
They just
full
close up to
shit,
a
dude.
statue, shoulders up to the head,
And they were like,
it's
"This
covered
is the
in
most
bird shit."
epic dude that ever lived."
Covered in
He's
bird
just
shit.
covered in bird shit.
It's like when like Roger Williams Park Zoo and like the fucking Roger Williams fucking statue is like just
covered in bird shit
and like headless.
I was thinking about putting a film like this in modern day perspective, proportion, whatever. Like they started filming it in like 65 or something, or like started researching it and then filmed it in 67, released it in 67. So like that, if today was when it was released, they would have started filming it at like 2021 or something.
It would be about like emergency workers during the pandemic.
Yeah. No, not what it would be about, but just kind of like the
timeline,
the context of like how they
they
got it done.
It would only have been in 2021,
and it was happening like in real time. So yeah, you're right. It would be about something like that. You know what I mean? Like a current event. It's kind of cool. That's what he chose to do for like his first and only.
It was a cause he obviously cared about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he had a lot of.
Yeah, like he never put himself in the role of director ever again.
Yeah.
Just for that, he felt like, oh, I should do this. It's kind of cool.
On that note, I am also going to give him a 9 because he is putting almost all of himself into this. His performance in it is very amusing. His performance in it is amusing. His direction is interesting and quirky and adorable in the way that it would have been for us going out to shoot something. Did Mia just meow?
Yeah, it's like,
come here, baby.
I love that kid.
Hi. Get over here. Come hang out.
Mia's
come
in
hang
the
out with your
Mustache
uncles.
Club.
Very small, yes. Very small.
Very oconta. Hi. Let's put you on an episode, huh? No.
Oh.
She's like, nah. Nah. There's no treats in it for me.
Yes. Bring it in.
Hello, Connery Curious. Hello, Mr. Bond. This is Mia.
Wrong pushy.
Mia, say something. This is your moment.
Say something.
Say it in a Connery accent.
Wow. Wow. Nice purr.
Say hi.
Gotta put some tuna juice on the mic grill. Windscreen.
Ooh.
Mia.
All right, that's Mia's first appearance on Connery Curious after over a year.
Mia's curious.
All righty, let's go back through these ratings.
Oh, we get an overall score?
Yep, our averages. So the average SH rating is a 6.33333, but it's pretty thick. Our average sexy rating is a 3.833333. It's not a very sexy movie. Our musical score is a 4.33333. It's not much to shake at. Our film rating is an 8.03333. You guys really liked this movie a lot.
Hell yeah.
And I thought it was okay. And
what was the overall for that one?
8.03333.
Oh wow, that's a high score.
And then
considering what the movie is, you know what I mean?
Our average Sean rating is a 9.33333. All .33333 is here. So we really liked Sean in this movie. And the total Sean rating is a 6.3733333. That's pretty high.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
For a documentary.
Yeah. Under an hour, too.
Crazy.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's all our ratings, which means
The Bowler and the Bunnet, Bunnety Spaghetti.
You gotta sample that shit.
Do that one more time, please.
One sec.
Can you remix it to something? Like a techno song?
I'm sure, but I need a clean sample of it.
All right.
Did you send me that picture of the pizza?
Yes.
The Bowler and the Bunnet, Bunnetti Spaghetti.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's go.
Alrighty. So Mario, you want to tell Eric what time of the show it is?
So Eric, this is a huge honor. Only few people in the world.
Ice bucket challenge portion.
Basically.
Yeah, you got to put your phone away for this one.
Oh yes.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
No, but okay. So this is our end of the episode ritual. Our big moment of the show where we have to decide what film we're covering next. So we go over to wheelofnames.com to spin the wheel of curiosities, which is getting so much.
24 left.
It's like, oh my god,
it's gonna keep spinning. It's not gonna.
It's not stopping.
Okay,
yeah, go. I'm just adding.
No, you're gonna do it.
I'm adding ambiance. What am I doing?
So you're gonna be spinning this wheel, Eric.
Oh, wow.
So before we do, we've got 24 films left, and we always
Give me that.
we always talk about what films we want, what films we don't want, and then we do a little shuffle.
How far along are you? How many films have you done? Which number is this? Which one are we on? How far have we gone?
This is episode 30-something? No, what is this, 20-something?
Out of how many?
This is episode 48.
Out of 70-something?
So only the real fans get this deep.
Yes.
So we've got 23.
Hey, the bowler's on that wheel.
Yeah, take the bowler off, too.
Gotta take it out, dog.
Oh, my gosh. It always does this.
What are you doing? Bunnet.
Anything else on here that we've got? That we've watched already?
I think that's it.
All right. So we've got 22 movies left.
22.
Which makes it an even 70.
Come on, I'm adding ambiance. Just keep going. Just keep riffing now.
Okay. I can't think. Mario, what film do you want next? What film don't you want next?
I really want to fucking see League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm like in the mood for it for some reason.
And what are you not in the mood for?
I'm still not ready for Bond yet. Give us a few more weeks before we hit Bond again.
I really need something entertaining. I feel like we've been kind of on a slump.
Really?
At least for me.
So
like I don't love Diamonds. I didn't love Tarzan. I didn't love this. I could kind of go for Entrapment because I hear Entrapment is very good.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Then why didn't you suggest that one?
I don't know. I thought you guys already did that one. But
No.
yeah, I should have suggested that one. That movie's
Do you
great.
want to come back for
She
Entrapment?
dips beneath the lasers.
Do you want to come back for Entrapment?
I would. Yeah, why not? I'll watch that 10 times.
Let's do it. There we go.
Yeah,
Booked.
so there we go.
Mummies.
Imagine we get that now. Let's record it right now. We'll watch it and record it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I kind of want Entrapment or I want Highlander 2 because I'm still so curious about Highlander 2.
I'm super curious about how bad that one is.
Connery
I see
curious.
Entrapment. Highlander would be fun.
Highlander was very fun.
What's
Highlander 2?
Thunderball?
That's
Thunderball is a James Bond film.
Time Bandits looks good. Oh yeah,
yes,
Thunderball.
I really want
Thunderball.
Time Bandits too. Yeah, I really want Time Bandits, and I really want Hunt for Red October. There's a bunch of movies I want on here. What I don't want next, I could go without a Bond for sure.
Yeah,
save
not
those
yet.
till the end. And again, like Lilacs in the Spring, I'm all set with such stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we'll give it a shuffle. Mario, you tell me when, okay?
We are the Time Bandits.
Yeah, I really want Time Bandits. I hope we get Time Bandits next.
Well,
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I don't want to see Spider-Man, but I really want to see Space Jam.
The first one or the second one?
The ones with Sean Connery.
What?
Here's something you're not telling me, bro.
I don't know. What did it land on?
Okay, so
you're here to spin it.
Oh,
you are our guest.
Why was he spinning it then?
He's not spinning.
We're
it.
shuffling it.
He was telling me when to shuffle. When to stop shuffling. Because I put him in alphabetical order. All right.
Give me that.
Can't click on it yet.
Okay.
We got to do our little ceremony.
Yeah, we should go spin the wheel of curiosity.
And you got to say it with us.
He's nervous.
All right.
Do you know how to work one of those?
Hold it. Don't click it yet.
I'll hold it.
And when you're ready, you need to move the mouse over to his face and click on his face.
When I'm ready.
When you're ready. When we summon it. Because, Eric, it's now time for you to spin the Wheel of Curiosities.
Click it.
I'm ready.
Another time, another place. Almost Lilacs in the Spring.
I feel like this is going to be a bore as well.
Hey, you know what?
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice little hit.
Want to do it again? So we don't have to watch another time? I'm just kidding.
No, I want you to watch that. I want you to suffer.
Okay. This is going to be another black and white film.
Okay. What year?
1958. Oh my God. We're just covering
all the early
everything.
Early Connerys.
Yeah. Another time.
And pre-Bonds. A lot of pre-Bonds.
Another time, another place is a British melodrama film. Huh.
How long does it run for? How long is it?
98 minutes.
The Wheel of Curiosities. The wheel knows it all.
Oh, well, not to... You're not kidding, because the wheel has had some pretty prescient...
Smell the wheel.
Well, Mario said it's made with Connery's blood.
Yeah, he said that his blood is like in the wheel.
Wow, that's how it's lubricated.
Kiss put their blood into the ink for the first run of their Marvel comics.
That's really weird. It's kind of twisted.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they say that Bob Barker, the Price is Right wheel is filled with Bob Barker's blood.
Oh yeah, his remains.
His remains are in the wheel.
The ashes are
because it was like made of fiberglass, and he had to spin it so many times. His hands are just like ruined.
All right. Well, I need to take a Connor pee, so I think we're good to wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up. So before we head out, so Connery will return in another time, another place. We'll return next week. But
have you had a good time, Eric?
No.
Shit.
Had a fabulous time.
Good.
Oh,
Yay.
Yeah, let's go.
I think you're wonderful hosts. I enjoyed my oranges and my crackers.
Well, thank you.
And my film screening of the wonderful documentary that is The Bowler and the Bunnet. Bunnet.
Spaghetti.
Bonetti spaghetti.
I'm Joe Bonetti. Joe Bonetti spaghetti.
That better be sampled somewhere, I swear to God.
All right, well, it's recorded, so.
But anyways, Eric, do you have anything you want to push, promote? Or?
Yeah, give us some plugs.
I want everyone to watch this podcast twice.
Oh,
damn.
Well, thank you.
Every single episode.
Well, thank you. Anything you're working on?
No. There really isn't. I'm working on myself.
That's honestly, that's the most important thing.
Hell yeah.
It really is. So. Well, Eric, thank you for coming on. It's been a blast.
I feel blasted.
Me too. Me too.
Where am I?
What?
What?
Oh, you were saying that you could punch a lot of Steve Austin whats into this movie.
Oh, you're talking some fucking what?
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 He served his time in sewing machines, and I suppose he'll need to stop welding and sew the blocks together.
What?
Yes, this is a blast and a half. Like,
yeah, dude.
Ice.
ASMR, ice shaking. You gotta do it together. Do it together. night I hear him talk, the coldest story ever known. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a Sean Connery.
That's it, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week with another time, another place. Until then, I've been Mario Lima.
I've been Dylan Titus.
Fart noises. I'm Eric. Gee.
Okay, we'll take it. And as always, folks,
stay curious, 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 curious. You've been listening to Connery Curious, a Titus Compositions and Friggin' Nerds Media podcast. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Connery Curious for updates, memes, and episode clips. You can also visit Dylan on Instagram at Titus Compositions to hear other podcasts and original music, watch music videos, or even pick up a great vinyl record. For more discussion about your favorite films, comics, and games, and a network for all things nerdy, visit me, Mario, at Friggin' Nerds Media. You can rate, review, and share the podcast in-app, which helps us grow the show and reach other curious Connerys out there. Thanks for spending time with us. Have a great day, and remember, stay curious.
The Bowler and the Bunnet, 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 Bunnetti Spaghetti.
Oh my god. Oh my god.